Our strategy for Smarter Planet, as you heard from our chairman this morning, is very, very focused on enabling partners to participate in each of those four growth areas. So he outlined for everybody who's here today 4 key growth initiatives. Smarter Planet in Industries was one of them. Cloud was the second. Analytics was the third, and growth markets was the fourth. And all 4 of those resonate and are part of what we're doing in Latin and Central America. Right? So growth markets encompasses everything outside of North America and Europe. So all of Central and all of South America is part of the growth market strategy. That means we're investing significantly for IBM to add more skills, more partners, and more facilities to help us be successful with our clients. Second piece is around cloud. And for cloud, and I'll come back to kind of spend time on each of these, but around cloud, the big announcement today was the Cloud Specialty Program that we announced earlier today. That is a single program from IBM for all types of cloud partners. And if you know the cloud space, you know there's a lot of different forms of partners. There's cloud builders who build private and public clouds. There are cloud operators who are often telcos or firms that are in the telecom space. There are application providers who want to deliver it as an application in the cloud or software as a service, and kind of the list goes on. And so we have a program now for all of those partners to work with IBM, get access to our technology, demonstrate their skill and their expertise, and as a result of being a partner with IBM, get access to more training and access to more investment to drive business development and revenue. So we can get you the press release on that if you want, or we can get you that. But a very broad program that some of the analysts are saying is the most comprehensive in the industry to give an approach to cloud for partners of all types. The third piece is analytics. It's the third big growth area you heard from this morning. And in the analytics space, as our chairman said, we think the opportunity is enormous. And to help our partners, the first couple things we're doing that we announced today are, number one, we unveiled a new product, so Cognos Express Planner. So we took the Cognos Planner product, which is the product that you use for financial forecasting, budgetary estimates, supply chain linkages, kind of the core of analytics in a finance function. And we developed an express version of that, which means that it is designed for business partners to deliver to mid-market clients. Now, the thing about analytics is it has to be done in an industry. You can't just do analytics for the sake of analytics. Forecasting in finance is different than forecasting in manufacturing, it's different than forecasting in healthcare. And so the key piece of this that goes with the product is we're unveiling new capabilities at our innovation centers that exist around the world around analytics to help our partners get trained on analytics and to take Cognos Express Planner and apply it in particular industries. So if you go to our innovation centers around the world, there are now more than 40, including one in Sao Paulo, and soon to be one in Mexico City, which I'll talk about in a second. Each innovation center has industry skills based on the local market dynamics. So in Sao Paulo, for example, one of the industry skills we're spending a lot of time on right now is government. Why government? Because you're going to host the World Cup and you're going to host the Olympics. And so having good government services and good transportation networks and all the things that are required for that are absolutely critical. The fourth growth strategy is Smarter Planet in Industries. And so now you see how these kind of come together, where we unveiled last November an industry specialty for partners so that partners can develop deeper skill and deeper expertise by industry and get more business development funds as a result.
I guess I missed it.
Yep.
The 41 is the 41?
So the 4, I may say them in a different order, but the 4 are cloud, analytics, Smarter Planet Industries, and growth markets.
Okay.
Those are the 4.
We're talking now about the Smarter.
Now Smarter Planet, which we announced last November for partners, an industry partner program to help them be successful, increasing their skills by industry, demonstrating that they have industry expertise, and then being rewarded for that with additional business development and marketing and selling plans. So in the span of just 4 months, from November to now, we have essentially taken all of IBM's growth strategies and enabled them for partners. We did Industry First in November at our Industry Summit. We're now growth markets we've been doing and investing in, and now we announced today the cloud and the analytics capabilities for partners. So we're very serious when we say that in order for IBM to be successful, our partners have to be successful in every country that we operate in. And now you see that in terms of what we've delivered, in terms of partner enabling every one of those growth plays for our partners to be successful.
And how much you're investing in training?
Yeah, good question. So when you add it up across all of those, it's hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars is what I can tell you. Right? And the reason I say that is that, as an example, in the U.S., just to give you a U.S. example, we're spending at least $150 million on the programs around the ecosystem for startups, universities, and developers. So that's the U.S. only. You can extrapolate how that multiplies around the world. So let me touch on a couple of the specific things then that are unique for what we're doing in Latin America. One example would be part of the growth market investment is to build the ecosystem. We build innovation centers. Have you ever been to an innovation center?
No.
Oh, okay. We need to work on that. So IBM has over 40 IBM Innovation Centers. They are designed exclusively for partners to use on their own or with customers. And when we go into a country that we're going to expect significant growth on, one of the first things we do is we build an innovation center. That's what we did in Brazil.
That is different than the Almaden research laboratories. It's a different concept.
Very different concept, right? Research facilities are core research. An innovation center is a place where our partners can come for training. They can come there to use lab resources and get exposure to the hardware, the software, and the services. They come there and they can bring their customers there for seminars, either their own company seminars and use our facility, or we'll run an event like we did in Innovation Center in Boston last week, where we had healthcare customers with healthcare clients and healthcare thought leaders for an evening, where we had a couple thought leaders portray how they thought healthcare delivery was going to change, what the implications were for hospitals and insurance companies. And then we had partners there who also had expertise and could talk about how to transform hospital operations for what was required going forward. Because in the U.S. in particular, there's huge changes in the healthcare system going on.
The partners also could show their solutions to their customers in these solution centers, in these innovation centers.
So in Brazil, this is one of the things we've done in Brazil, we actually did a Smarter Cities Forum event at our innovation center in São Paulo. And at that event, we actually went through and showcased some of the technologies from partners from other parts of the world we have related to smarter transportation and smarter government. Out of that, we won a very large deal with local Brazilian companies and the city to do the the emergency management system for the World Cup and the Olympics. And you may have seen this. We announced this, I think, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, where we won a multi-million-dollar deal for IBM and our partners, anchored by Virtual Agility, who's a partner. The CEO is actually here this week. They provide the system so that if there is a terrorist event or something, they can notify everyone within a certain area through the cell towers. Even if you've never registered, they just have a way to broadcast through the cell towers and to manage all of that. They've done it for a number of other large-scale events. They're an IBM software partner. They run in our innovation centers. They have a demo there, and now they're going to be part of the solution for the World Cup and the Olympics. So a good example of how an innovation center ran a seminar, brought in customers and partners, ended up being a very important win for Brazil in terms of building out the infrastructure they need for what's coming in the next decade. We're going to open a new innovation center in Mexico on March 15th. So in Mexico City on March 15th. So I would invite you, any of you, to come to that. It's going to be an exciting event where we cut the ribbon and have a big party, and local partners and members of the ecosystem and some of our customers will be there.
In which city?
Mexico City.
Mexico City.
Yeah. So that'll be the next innovation center that is open somewhere in the world.
Do you plan to open another center this year?
We have one in Brazil today that is, I think it's either in São Paulo or Rio. I'll have to double check. I can check with,
I'm not
do you know offhand?
No, I don't remember.
I'll have to double check, but I can look before you leave. I'll have my guys can pull up on their laptop. Actually, we can look online; it'll tell us. If you have a web browser open, just go to IBM.com/ or just go to Google and do IBM Innovation Center Brazil. It'll tell you. We spend a lot of time getting our search engine right for that. So that's another big investment in terms of which is our growth market investment in Mexico City, and our team there is going to double in size in the next year. So we'll have a very large partner team there who will be running the innovation center, working with partners and customers to drive growth in cloud, growth in analytics, growth in smarter cities, and some of the industry dimensions that we're talking about.